Welcome to this turning to difficulty meditation. Until now, in our mindfulness practices, we've been looking at bringing our mind back when it gets distracted by thoughts or feelings or body sensations. In this meditation, we'll be looking at an alternative way to deal with distractions from our body or our mind. So inviting you now to adopt your meditation posture, a posture where you're comfortable but you're also alert and awake. Inviting you now to close your eyes, taking one or two intentional deep breaths now to arrive to this practice, to arrive fully to this present moment, right here, right now. And knowing that for the duration of this meditation, there's nowhere for you to go, nothing for you to do, and nobody you have to be. Simply follow my guidance as best you can. Inviting you now to bring your attention inwards to one focal point, which is our breath. Just allowing our full attention to be with our breathing. And there's no need to change our breath in any way. Just allowing our breath to breathe itself. Without judgment, there is no right or wrong way to breathe. Just being beside our breath. Allowing our breath to follow its natural flow, its natural rhythm. Our only job here is to be the observer of our breath, not thinking about our breath or naming or labelling it, sensing into our breath, feeling into each individual breath. Following each in-breath and following each out-breath. Just allowing our breath to breathe itself. And if our mind wanders off, we know it's okay, it's not a mistake. If we have a mind, it will wander. We just notice that our mind's wandered off and we gently and kindly escort it back to where we'd intended our mind to be, which in this moment is our breath. We can always pick up this next breath or this next breath. Each in-breath an opportunity for a new beginning, and each out-breath an opportunity to let go. So just following the rhythm of our breath. You might like to imagine it's like the waves on the sea or the tide on the shore, constantly moving, constantly in its own flow, with no effort from us. Our only job is to be the observer of our breath, to settle into our breath. And throughout this meditation, we can use our breath as an anchor, keeping us safe, keeping us stable. If we get lost or overwhelmed, we can always return to our breath, always available to us. Just this breath. Just this breath. And sometimes when we sit in a posture for a certain amount of time, we might notice that there are sensations in our body that are pulling for our attention. There might be areas of sensitivity Might be areas of discomfort or even pain. And when we notice these feelings, these body sensations, we have two options. The first option is to move and adjust our body to see if this relieves the pain. And if we do this, we can set the intention to move. Notice the movement in our body. And then notice if the movement has made any change to the sensation or the discomfort. But we could also try a new option, bringing a mindful, curious awareness to this area. And this could be a physical sensation, or this could be an emotional pain, or maybe a thought process that's causing us upset. Can we see if we can bring our mindful, curious attention to this place? Bringing our attention and our focus initially just to the edges, and seeing what we find here. Seeing if it's got a shape, if the edges are smooth or rough. And if at any time we feel uncomfortable or too overwhelmed, we can pull our attention outwards. As if it were a spotlight, we can come backwards and to be with our breath. We can always reconnect with this next breath or this next breath. But if we choose to, we can use our focus to move in on the area. Whether this is physical, mental or emotional, we can use our mindful awareness to become familiar with the sensation that's causing us discomfort. And see how that is, to become familiar. Notice its shape. Maybe it's got a particular temperature. And if we feel comfortable, we can move right into the heart of it. Is there a different colour here? Does it move? Does it come and go? Is it constant? And at any time we know we can pull our attention back and outwards, reconnecting with our anchor, reconnecting with our breath. And inviting you now to play with this concept of moving in and turning towards the difficulty. Befriending it, embracing it, bringing a kindly, mindful curiosity to the area that's troubling us. And we may even want to see if we can bring our breath to this area, just like we did with the body scan. So not only bringing our mindful curiosity to the area that's causing us difficulty, bringing our breath in. And we're not trying to change it. We're being curious with our breath. We're investigating with our breath, bringing it in and out, moving our breath around. And inviting you now to be with this practice for the next minute or so, knowing that we can move into the areas of discomfort as much or as little as we want. We always have the option to pull right out and rest back into the anchor of our breath.